Hey, what is it, be sexy beast, GhostSickness Tristan here, and I just recorded 5 minutes of advice without actually having my audio on my lava mic on, so it would have been absolutely pointless. But today I'm bringing you an episode of Ghosty Advice in my living room. Now I'm gonna get more backdrops and stuff behind me and gonna make it a lot more interesting and stuff like that. But today I'm just kind of doing this as is, and yeah, I did get a lav microphone like I said you would. I really hope you guys do enjoy it so there's not as much echo in here. If you can leave a like, let's leave 500 likes for this episode of Ghosty Advice because I know you guys do enjoy the series and I definitely enjoy making them. So today I have 3 awesome emails for you today. I'm gonna get right into it. Hi, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. What does it mean if a girl acts like they like you in real life, but over text it seems like they want nothing to do with you? So I was actually discussing this with a friend of mine a couple days ago, as well as a couple weeks ago, because I was texting this one girl, right? And we would text and everything like that, and she wouldn't text back, and it would be horrible. And we're like, what the fuck's going on, okay? Because when we're on the phone, man, it's awesome, and when we're in person, it's also awesome, but every time I text her, usually pretty much, she would stop texting me at one point or another, and wouldn't seem too interested in talking to me over text and stuff like that. And so I was like, what the hell is going on here? And so I basically came to the conclusion that texting has very little weight. Now, this does depend on your situation. So for example, if you met a girl, right? You met a girl from a dating app, you met a girl online or some shit or whatever that you don't really know too well in person, and all you guys have done is text or talk on the phone or something like that, keep in mind that's all you have to judge off. So that has 100% weight. But if you're hanging out with her often and you're also texting, or maybe it's 50-50, then honestly the in-person discussion, the in-person talking, the in-person interactions have 90% of the weight, and the texting has only about 10. Now I did a video called the 3 strikes rule, and this still does apply if the girl isn't texting you back, regardless of how great it is in person, man. Girls can send very mixed messages because they don't know how to deal with guys, they don't know how to deal with rejecting guys, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, you know what I mean? And so they don't want to be awkward about it, and so that's totally fine. But honestly, I think girls should be more upfront with guys when they reject them. But yeah, so that is what you're going to want to base it off of, man. Keep in mind that texting has very little weight. So if she's acting like she likes you in person, if she's acting like she loves you in person, then she probably does, man. So make a move, ask her out, see what's up, be like, hey, do you want to go to coffee sometime? Hey, do you want to hit a movie up sometime? You want to Netflix and chill? Dude, I don't know. I mean, however you really want to do that. But honestly, man, keep in mind that texting, unless it's the only thing you two are doing, has very, very little weight. Probably about 5 to 10% of the majority. If she's awesome in person and awesome over the phone, man, then you're texting in pretty weak, or maybe she just doesn't like texting. Not all girls do, not all guys do. Me personally, I started to hate texting, and it's kind of a bitch. I don't really like it as much as I used to for some reason, but that's a whole separate video I need to do with Yatu Chavez. Shout out to you, bro. You're awesome. But yeah, so that's pretty much my take on that, man. Keep in mind that texting has really almost no weight, and to talk to her in person, it's always the best if you can. Second best is a phone call. All right, guys, for the second email. Hey, Tristan, I'm a 14-year-old boy, and I was looking for some ways to make cash. I didn't want to do babysitting or a mowing job, but something like a real part-time job. You said that you started working at 14, and I was wondering if you could give me some tips or even a way to get a job. If you could help me out and put this on Ghosty Advice, that'd be more than appreciated. All right, man, that is absolutely 100% correct. I did get a job at the age of 14 working at McDonald's. It took fucking months, though. It was not easy, so I had to call, be like, yo, what up, McDonald's? You guys gotta hire me, and they're like, nah, fam, we don't need anybody right now. And I'm like, okay. 2 days later, yo, McDonald's, what up, fam? And they're like, dude, again, you're fucking killing me. And I'm like, hey, McDonald's, come here often. And they're like, bruh, leave us alone. You're getting a little clingy. I'm like, give me a job. They're like, no. I'm like, give me a job. So yeah, anyway, it took months and months and months of calling them basically every other day to get the job. And really, when I was 14, there was only 2 options. So I looked it up. In the state of Oregon, working at 14 is not against child labor laws. Now, it might depend on your state. If you guys live in the United States or if you live in Canada, look up your child labor laws in that state. You might not be able to work at all at 14, and so you might have to do something under the table. You might have to do something with a friend, with a family's friend, something like that, your own family, something that they could basically, like a menial task. Like I remember I had one kind of part-time job basically when I was like 10 or 11 helping, you know, seal envelopes, and we had this little envelope sealer, or we'd use our tongues or whatever, and we'd seal these envelopes for their business, right? And I was like, that's it. And it was pretty cool because it paid like 10 bucks an hour. I'm like, god damn, dude. Making more than flipping burgers right there. But yeah, so I did that, and you could do something like that as well for like a family friend, something under the table, maybe some farming work, maybe landscaping. But honestly, if you can find a legit paying job that pays you every 2 weeks, that gives you solid hours or something like that, go do that. that, but I remember I only had 2 options, and I would call the first option, which was a car washing place, and I'd be like, hey guys, you want to give me a job? And they're like, no, we're just gonna hire some cute 14-year-old girl or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, well, whatever the customers want, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what's more questionable, for the people who hire the girls or the guys who like stare at the girls while they're washing their car. I don't know. I don't even want to know. But anyway, guys, all I really had is those 2 options, and they rejected me flat out. The car wash rejected me flat out, and I just had to keep calling McDonald's until they finally did give me a job. I do remember I did have to get my food handler's card though, which is only like a $15 thing, and it took a couple hours to get. It was really simple, but that's after I was aware that I got a job at McDonald's. So honestly, look into your child labor laws in your state. Look if any places are hiring. Do some phone calls, do some research, stuff like that, and you can find places that'll work for you. All right, now on to the last email, guys. Hey Tristan, so I've recently been having lots of anxiety due to my sociophobia, fear of being stared at. I'm in the 7th grade and I'm basically terrified of being looked at. I constantly feel that I'm being attacked by anything I do or say. I want to get more involved with other people, whether it be with girls or making new friends, but I always find myself avoiding contact with anyone. It'd be great if you could talk about this in a video, because I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this problem. So man, a friend of mine kind of does struggle with this problem. He's basically afraid that he's too ugly, and that girls and everybody like that doesn't want to talk to him, doesn't want to interact with him, because they feel he's too ugly, or because he feels he's too ugly. And so it's a totally misconstrued thought, and I honestly don't know the root of your fear. If you can find out the root of your fear, try to kill it at its cause, man. Because if you know why you have this fear and you're like, man, one time I got stared at and someone beat my ass after, or whatever, something like that, I don't really know where your fear spawns from. I know it's kind of weird to be stared at, but I honestly think you should embrace it. I honestly think you should try to. I know it's going to be hard. I know this is not going to be easy, what I'm asking of you, but like, look at other people and they look back, you know, maybe look away, but don't be like, whoa, man, they probably are going to fight me, or they're probably going to do something like that. I know that when I kind of get scared of something like that, like if a guy stares at me too long, I'll be like, what the fuck does he want? Because sometimes they'll like want to fight or whatever. It's really weird. Like I've had a lot of people try to fight me at like Walmart and stuff, and obviously, well, it's fucking Walmart, right? But anyway, yeah, you shouldn't be too scared of it. And honestly, the real way to get over fear, and I know this sounds cliche, I know this sounds cheesy and everything like that, but it is true, is gradual exposure therapy. So basically slowly exposing yourself to this fear more and more every single day. Maybe not every single day, but as much as you can, kind of gradually being like, all right, I'm going to look at more people today. Okay, well, I'm going to try to interact with more people today. Okay, I'm going to do this. Because honestly, it's good for people to look at you, man. It's good for people to look you in the eyes and talk to you and communicate with you, and then be like, bro, what up? And you're like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? Or whatever. And be like, yeah, how's it going? I'm Tristan, you know, whatever. You shouldn't do that. You should look back at them and be like, yo, what the fuck is up, guys? How you doing? Come here often? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. It's my channel. So I do actually come here often, guys. That got weird there for a second, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of make that point clear that you really do need to try to embrace this as best you can. Get out there, try meeting new people, and I know it's going to be hard. I know what I'm asking of you is not easy because you're scared of this kind of thing, but slowly start talking to people and looking them in the eyes that you are comfortable with. I'm talking to your parents, I'm talking to your friends, I'm talking to your sisters, I'm talking to your fucking cat, dude, all right? Stare everybody you know at in the eyes until they're fucking dead, all right? Not just kidding, I don't know. But yeah, stare at them and be like, hey, you know, make good eye contact with them. Don't hold eye contact too long. It's kind of weird when you do that, but obviously look at them enough, you know, as much as or a little bit more than they're looking at you, and start with people you're comfortable with, and then branch out to people you're not so comfortable with, people you're meeting and people you're talking to, but don't shy away from it. Don't be scared. Don't just be a recluse. If you get an opportunity to like go out or do something like that, go do that. Alright guys, well that's what I had for you today. I really hope you did enjoy this episode of Ghost Advice. If you did, leave a like on it. Let's get to 500 likes. Stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness. I fucking love you guys, and I'm out.